boy, he sacrificed his entire education and his youth to fight against the British for India's freedom. And as a man, he unfortunately had to face the ignominy of having to fight for an identity as a freedom fighter for 30 years. Where did we go wrong? That's the question that this man has raised. And if we have gone wrong, would we go further wrong in trying to correct that wrong? And that is the answer that this man gives us in this film. I'm very happy to have the entire cast and crew of this film here. We're just waiting for one more actor, Ranveer Shori, to come, but we are aware that we are running short of time because we have to give the Audi back to the PVR complex. So let's begin. What we are about to see here is something that does bring a smile and a vain boast to all of us in this team. Perhaps for the first time in the history of Indian cinema, the screenplay of a film has been published as a book before the film's release. And for that, I have just two people to thank. One person who sparked it off, that is the author you see here, C.P. Surendran, who has scripted this screenplay, who actually got on a magician called Arpita Das of the Yodha Press. Yes, she actually deserves a round of applause because she's done something that has not happened in the history of publishing. I'm told that publishers need at least 8 months to get a book published. She achieved that in less than 8 weeks. I'm glad finally the producer of the film has made it here. So, before I go any further with this evening, I'd like to invite Arpita herself to come here on stage and tell us about the harrowing experience that she's had with us. Arpita.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know about harrowing, unreal maybe, because it was, I think we got in touch 6 weeks, 7 weeks ago, or?
You can reduce
Okay.
that to as many as you want.
CP, I don't know, where's CP? CP's disappeared, no? He's back there as usual.
With the furniture.
Yeah, vintage CP from what I know. So CP got in touch saying, do you want to publish a screenplay? Told me a little bit about the film and I thought it was fantastic. And I said, when do you need it? He said, Independence Day. I said, forget it. You know, there's no way anyone can do that. And then I talked to Anant, and I don't know from where it went from not possible to okay, let's look into it. And the next thing that happened was that there was a screening in Delhi of the film. And of course, I went to watch it, and it was a really, really emotional experience to watch the film. I also went in thinking it's a lot to do about the freedom struggle, and then I realized it's actually this one man's struggle, which was so unusual. And just as the film got over, and I think people were still drying their eyes, Anant took the mic and said, I have the publisher here, and she's going to bring out the book in 5 weeks, and we're going to have the screenplay out, and I'm going to ask her to say a few words. At least today I'm prepared. And I took the mic, and literally there was no sound, you know, and I was, and I said, actually, I just can't say anything. I guess I'll bring it out. And that was it. And after that, you know, I suppose we were committed to it. But there's something, I really feel it is almost unreal for a publisher, and a publisher who's always, I run a small indie press. We're 10 years old, but we have really focused on bringing out books very carefully. And I am loath to rush through a project. So I kept thinking, what am I doing? 5 weeks. But the way it went, and it's largely because of this man, he's you're great. You're a cool author as well, apart from a filmmaker. Anyway, so the book is out, and I'm going to go away because there are lots of very exciting people who are going to bring the book, the screenplay, the film alive in a very different way for you. And I hope you get hold of the screenplay, because film texts, particularly of such a political film,